on the rose day or on the chocolate day, nobody attends this kind of lecture. I know. I myself, I was a student. And first of all, big round of applause for Gaurav and Sushant. I think and especially Sushant, it was a very difficult subject, but the GDP and the real, I think you made it very simple. It was really fantastic. In fact, rather than me, you should have continued your talk. I don't know how many of these students are really interested to listen to me. Are you really interested in listening to me? What is going to be so interesting in listening to me? So I came here and I saw a business Mela. और last night Messi क्या खेला? So first of all, I'm very happy and always it's a pleasure interacting with students. Myself being a student and gone through a lot of things which I would like to share. But I mean, let me tell you, he was introducing and saying about my biodata and all. I'm not that big, I'm a very simple person. I'm a BE in computers. I completed my engineering in 2007. But after doing my computer engineering, I thought better I do human engineering rather than computer engineering. And that is why I got into the field of human development, leadership, and later in business. So I would like to tell you honestly, this program was scheduled, I think, just last week, right? So I am actually invited because nobody else was ready to come on such a short notice. And I just stay nearby in Kokanwala, so I thought I will come here in the morning and then I visit to my office from here onwards. They were supposed to invite 2 speakers, but unfortunately the other speaker they could not arrange, so they have told me to occupy both the slots. So I will be speaking on behalf of both the speakers. Is that fine? Yes! Great. I don't know whether you will enjoy whatever I will share with you or not, because since it's a rose day and chocolate day, more than today's talk, I think you must be interested in whatever happens today, rest of the day, right? So I think today is going to be life transforming day for maybe some girls and boys. Maybe some hearts will be broken today.
Yes, actually.
So तब तक मेरे साथ रहिए, okay? तब तक मेरे साथ रहिए. Just I'm going to take around 40-45 minutes. And if really it makes sense to you, if it really makes you think about your life, and if you can take some decisions today, I will be more than happy to live from this place. So first of all, let me share my story with all of you. So he was introducing me, renowned speaker and best-selling author and business strategist and all those things. Let me introduce myself. My name is Rajoli, and by qualification I am a BE in computers. I completed my computer engineering, but after doing my engineering, as I said, I got into the personal and professional development training, and I founded this institute called as Lakshya Institute of Leadership and Excellence. And last 15 years I am in this field, and I actually enjoy what I do. I don't have holidays because for every person who follows his passion is a holiday, because every day I do what I love. So today also I am going to do what I love. In these 15 years I was able to touch more than 3 lakh people, and so far more than 25,000 entrepreneurs have gone through my various kinds of workshops and training programs. It's my passion to meet students and interact with them, because I strongly believe that this age is the very, very important and crucial age. Whatever decisions you make in this particular age has profound long-term impact on your lives. Decisions about your career, decisions about your friends, decisions about anything and everything. Your beliefs are formed in this age. Your values are developed in this age. You have to find your passion in this age, and that is what I have done throughout my life, and till my last breath I will be doing the same thing. After my introduction, you must be feeling that this guy must be a scholar from his childhood days. That was not the case. I am born in a very ordinary middle class family. My dad used to work in MTNL. Anybody knows MTNL? The full form of MTNL is Mera Telephone Nahi Lagta. of course, Mahanagar Telephone Nigam Limited. She is a government employee. My mom used to do job, but after I was born, then she quit, and then she used to do some household small businesses, and I used to assist her during my childhood. I was a very average student during my childhood. Throughout my school, all those 10 years, सिर्फ एक बार मेरा पहला नंबर आया था 7वीं में, और वो भी क्या बोलते हैं उसको, मिड टेस्ट रहता है ना 3 महीने के बाद, यूनिट टेस्ट आई गॉट अ फर्स्ट रैंक, दैट्स इट। हाँ, वो आपका भी नहीं है ना बेस्ट, आप ज्यादा तरक्की करोगे। When I was in 10th standard, I still remember, it was a very different scenario that time. Today we are exposed to social media and all. Every single day, every person used to ask me only one question: what after 10th? 10th के बाद क्या? And I used to feel that I need to decide something about my life now, because everybody is asking after 10th life suddenly changes. So you have to decide what you have to do. And I remember that time the movie Border was released. If you know, Border, so that movie Border was released, and I went to watch that movie with my parents. And after watching that movie, I really was inspired, and I felt that I have to join army. My country needs me. And after coming out of the theater, whoever used to meet me and ask me the question, what will we do? What will we become? I used to say, army. अपना क्लियर है, बिहार के पास। और फिर कोई बोल रहा है कि तेरा हाइट तो कम है, हाइट कम रहेगा, अभी तो थोड़ा बहुत बढ़ गया, लेकिन अभी तो एकदम हालत खराब है। मालूम नहीं। So army के लिए हाइट कम है, you don't have height. So I said, oh, so now I have to change my goal. Then again, I used to think. Then that time Sonu Nigam was very new. And he had just, couple of songs he had sung, and I used to also, sing the Sonu Nigam song. And I thought, singing, I want to become singer. And then वो गाना भी मैं चलता है, बाथरूम सिंगर ये वो। एक बार मेरे ट्यूशन में मेरे टीचर ने पूछा मेरे को कि क्या करेगा? बोला अपना क्लियर है, सिंगर। अभी चालू है, अभी तो क्लास 20 किया नहीं, लेकिन आगे जाके करेगा। बोला कि लेकिन तेरा आवाज तो घोघरा है, घोघरा मतलब it's rough, it's not soft, it's not like a singer. तो ऐसा आवाज लेके तू सिंगर नहीं बन सकता। वाह यार, ये अभी क्या करने का? So now I can become singer also. And ultimately till the last day of the exam, I still remember I was not clear what I want to do. और जैसे वो एग्जाम आता है ना, मतलब 10वीं एग्जाम सब लोगों ने दिया है ना भाई, और कुछ इसके लिए मैसेज कर रहे हैं। The last paper of 10th I will never forget. It was the last day and last day of the exam, because पूरा साल भर बहुत तकलीफ दिया था पब्लिक ने, और लास्ट पेपर के साथ हम लोग ना अपना लास्ट शर्म भी स्टेपल करके दे देते हैं, क्योंकि अभी 3 महीना कोई माइक आगा अपने से अपना 3 महीना छीनने नहीं वाला है, and then 3 months was holiday vacation. किसको क्या पड़ी है उसके आगे क्या होने वाला है? But you know what? Those 3 months just go away like that, and suddenly one date comes. कौन सा डेट? आपको पहले से ही पता है, ये लोग को पहले से ही पता है ना नोटिफिकेशन। So the result, and I still remember my result day. सब स्टूडेंट लोग, हम लोग के क्लासरूम वाले सब लोग की pretty. Everybody was absolutely silent. Then the teacher came and she was carrying a very big, result का वो गट्ठा in her hand. That time कुछ वो इतना इंटरनेट वगैरह इतना नहीं रहता था. So everybody she used to call a number, the student used to go, he used to pick up, और हम लोग उसको देख क्या तेरा हुआ कि गया, क्या है तेरा ऐसा. And when I remember when my number was called, I went on the stage, I took the mark sheet or whatever it was, I came on my bench. I was not having those guts to still see the mark sheet. जितना भगवान का श्लोक आता है, प्रार्थना आता है, जितने भगवान याद आते हैं, सब भगवान को याद किया, और ऐसा आंखों के ऊपर हाथ रख के बाद में देखा तो 64% मारा था बब्बू। Actually, I thought only 10th exam was the biggest test. But what followed after that was much bigger test. अभी करने का क्या? आर्ट्स को जाने का, कॉमर्स को जाने का, साइंस को जाने का, किधर जाने का? वैसे भी 64 को कुछ उतना भाव नहीं है। अभी तो और भी नहीं है, तभी थोड़ा तो था। तभी फर्स्ट क्लास तक तो इतना एकदम क्या बोलते हैं ना, एक सम्मान लग रहा था। You know, I used to feel कि at least first class को मिल गया। Ultimately, I ended up doing diploma in electronics and telecommunication in Shine Anchor Kachhi Polytechnic, Jaipur. My entire school education was in vernacular medium, in Marathi medium, and suddenly the world was changed for me. I used to stay in Andheri. My college was at Jaipur. और अंधेरी से पार्ला में साइकिल से जाता था मैं स्कूल में। अभी मेरे को ट्रेन मालूम नहीं, बस मालूम नहीं, कुछ मालूम नहीं। I used to travel, and suddenly again everything was changed. The syllabus is in English. What teacher says I can't understand. And my dad had, you know, paid around 18,000 rupees for the annual fee. 18,000 रुपए ऐसा लगा, बाप रे इतना फी भर रहे अपने मम्मी डैडी और अपने को कुछ समझता ही नहीं है। क्या सीखा है समझता ही नहीं। और पहले का सब्जेक्ट और डिप्लोमा का सब्जेक्ट BEE, मैकेनिक्स, इंजीनियरिंग, ड्राइंग, कंप्यूटर प्रोग्रामिंग, ऑल दोस थिंग्स। फर्स्ट ईयर बहुत मेहनत किया, विदाउट क्लास पास हो गया। सेकेंड ईयर एक दूसरे कॉलेज का रोज डे था। अभी आगे का ज्यादा दुख भरा दास्तान में बताऊंगा नहीं आपको, आप समझ जाओ। पढ़ाई से ध्यान हट गया। एंड सेकेंड ईयर माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, मैं फेल हो गई। पहली बार लाइफ में फेल का खफा, फेल। इतना दुख भी कुछ करो मत, मेरे को कुछ दुख नहीं लगता उसके बाद। फर्स्ट टाइम आई वाज फेल एंड बोलते हैं कब शर्म की बात थी, फेल हो गया, अभी करने का क्या? ऐसा लगा कि घर पे बैठ के कुछ ऐसे टाइम पास करने से अच्छा कुछ पढ़ाई भी करेगा और कुछ काम भी करेगा। So I started working for do you know a company called Nestle? Yes. So Nestle, Kit Kat, Munch, Polo. So I used to sell chocolates. And I used to get 150 rupees per day. There was one my friend who arts commerce का बंदा था, and he used to go for daily promotional things for Nestle, Kit Kat, Munch. And I was being told that अगर ऐसा promotional का काम कर रहा है तो English बोलना पड़ता है भाई। बोला अपने को तो English आता नहीं। तो जो मेरा दोस्त था वो जाता था, उसकी तो हालत मेरे से खराब थी, लेकिन फिर भी उसको 150 रुपया मिलता था डेली का। सो मैंने उसको पूछा तू कैसा किया है? बोला कुछ नहीं, तू आ। इंटरव्यू में गया। इंटरव्यू में सिर्फ एक ही सवाल पूछा, कैन यू टॉक इंग्लिश? यस। आई सेड यस। बोला कम टुमारो। And that is how I got bharti in Nestle. So I used to sell chocolates like Kit Kat, Munch, and Polo. All these are Nestle chocolates. And I used to enjoy selling the chocolates. I used to enjoy. So I used to wear a cap of Kit Kat t-shirt, white color t-shirt, and there was a small dispenser we used to have, and I used to sell around. And I used to participate in various exhibitions. Per day, as I said, we used to get 150 rupees. And during that time, whenever I used to participate in any exhibition, I used to feel that अगर काम करना ही है तो अच्छा करना है। आजू बाजू के लोग तो 150 रुपए के लिए काम करते थे, मैं 150 रुपए के लिए काम करता था, लेकिन सोचता था कि अगर करना ही है तो अच्छा करेंगे, ज्यादा से ज्यादा चॉकलेट बेचेंगे, जितना हो सके ज्यादा चॉकलेट बेचेंगे। इंग्लिश कुछ आता नहीं था, लेकिन जो भी वो स्टॉल के ऊपर बंदे लोग आते थे, वो यूज्ड टू आस्क हाउ मच इज दिस एंड व्हाटएवर इट इज। आई बोलो मैं ही इज वाज हुज जो भी कुछ है वो बता के उनको समझता था इसका 6 रुपए, इसका 10 रुपए, इसका 12 रुपए। So later I realized that it doesn't matter how well and how grammatically correct you speak. What matters is how you communicate. Your message, your thoughts, you should be able to express effectively. And that is how I overcame my English speaking ability and I started speaking English. It doesn't matter to me whether I am speaking grammatically correct or whatever. What it matters is you are able to express your thoughts effectively. Am I being able to express my thoughts to you effectively? Please tell me yes or no. That is what matters, my dear friends. lesson I learned from my life. एक साल का जो फेलियर का होने के बाद 3 साल का डिप्लोमा 4 साल का हो गया। चौथे साल में अगर डिप्लोमा में आप जाते हो तो you have to get first class. If you must be knowing. If you get first class, that means 60% marks, then you can directly go to the engineering second year. Are you aware about this fact? And I got exactly 59% marks in my third year. Oh shit! वापस तुम लोगों को चांस है अभी चाकचूक करने का। And now what happened? I cannot take admission in the second year. That means again I will be 1 year behind of the rest of my friends who were there with me during my school and college. And if I have to get admission in the first year of engineering, then first preference will be given to the 12th standard students, right? And उसके बाद में जो भी कुछ बचा कुचा सीट रहेगा वो फिर अपने को मिलेगा। And that time I had to wait till September, October till all the 12th standard admission process took place. I remember that time coming to Thakur Engineering College also for admission, but they asked for the donation. And I had decided that I will never take admission for donation, because already मम्मी डैडी ने इतना पैसा खर्च किया डिप्लोमा में, पर डिग्री का तो और भी ज़्यादा महंगा फीस है। And you know what happened? In the month of November, in the last week of November, I got the admission in Indira Gandhi College of Engineering, Vashi Kopar, Haryana. मालूम है क्या कोपर Haryana? That is in Navi Mumbai. डिप्लोमा में आने के लिए 2 ट्रेन चेंज करना पड़ता था, डिग्री में आने के लिए भी 3 ट्रेन चेंज करना पड़ता है। So I used to go to station, my home to the Andheri station by bus. अंधेरी से दादर ट्रेन, दादर से कुर्ला ट्रेन, कुर्ला से वाशी ट्रेन, वाशी से बस से माउंट एवरेस्ट। So and when I got admission in the last week of November, already the semester was about to get over. The submission process had already started, and my exam of the first semester was around in the first week of January. And 5 subjects, all the dehshatwadi subjects, BEE, mechanics, again engineering, drawing, computer programming, applied science, all those things. And dear friends, I could not, sustain all that pressure. And after giving all those 5 exams on 5 different subjects, 5 के 5 सब्जेक्ट में मैं फेल हो गया। 5 80 है क्या एमसीए में भी रहता है? मेरे को नॉट में है 5। तभी आमिर खान का एक ऐड आता था, आमिर खान ड्यूरिंग आई थिंक 2002 आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट 2001 2002। वो एक ठंडा मतलब कोका कोला का एक ऐड रहता था, उसके बाद में छोटा को 5 रुपए ऐसा रहता है। तो 5 ऐसा एक बिहारी के वेश में वो आता है और ऐसा कुछ नहीं, और लास्ट में कुछ आप कितने हो रहे 5 ऐसा वो थोड़ा। तो मेरे को कोई पूछ रहा कितना, मैं बोला 5 केटी है 5। तो फर्स्ट सेम का 5, अभी सेकंड सेम चालू हो गया। सेकंड सेम का भी मैथ्स सबसे मेरा खतरनाक दुश्मन मतलब मैथ्स। Complex number was there in the first sem, second sem I think differential equation and integration, all those things were there. तो 5 सब्जेक्ट मेरे को जमा नहीं, सेकंड सेम का भी 5 है, अभी केटी का भी एग्जाम, सेकंड सेम का भी एग्जाम, टोटल 10 देने को है, मेरे को जमा नहीं, वापस में फेल। Now I was 3 years behind of all my school students, all my college students, 3 years, and that was the time actually I had gone through the breakup and all those things. Plus ये भी हो गया है, उस टाइम ये सब अपने को बहुत ऐसा लगता है, डिप्रेशन और ये वो, क्यों मेरे साथ ये सब क्यों हुआ, भगवान ने मेरे साथ ऐसा क्यों? And I went through that kind of journey during that time. Now all my friends were already in the last semester of engineering. I was still, I'm talking about my school friends. I was still, solving my first year grading. मेरा नेस्ले किटकैट और वो पोलो विलो वो चालू था, क्योंकि उसके वजह से पॉकेट मनी मिलता था और बाकी के भी शौक कभी जड़ चुके थे, तो उसको पैसा लगता था। And then during that time, I remember I went to the third semester by solving maybe 2-3 KTs, But still I was having first year 80 80s also with me. I remember when I was in fourth semester, total subject, number of subjects I had was 16. 16 subjects. Including Maths 1, Maths 2, Maths 3, Maths 4. In Maths, I have kept my mark sheets. I used to get 0 marks. 0. Because I never used to understand. मतलब मैं जब भी क्लासरूम में बैठता था, टीचर आते थे, एक इक्वेशन सॉल्व करते हैं, अपने को समझाते हैं, और दूसरा लिखते हैं और बोलते हैं अभी तुम सॉल्व करो। वो दूसरा इक्वेशन भी मेरे को सॉल्व करने को नहीं आता। इतना मेरा डेंजर सिचुएशन है। I used to see other students, अरे कैसा समझता है किधर कौन सा फॉर्मूला डालने का? That was my case. So I was very dumb in maths, absolutely. So out of 16, 4 were mathematics, and one very dangerous subject, that is mechanics. Have you heard about mechanics as a subject? Anybody in engineering mechanics? It's a dangerous subject, let me tell you. In that fourth sem, one fine day, one of my very close friends in diploma का वो दोस्त था, एक दिन मेरे को बोला कि अतुल मेरे साथ ना एक प्रोग्राम अटेंड करने को चल। बोला कौन सा प्रोग्राम? बोला ऐसा एक स्पीकर है, वो स्पीकर आने वाले हैं, वो कुछ भाषण वगैरह देंगे तो तेरे को थोड़ा उसका फायदा होगा। बोला ऐसा फालतू प्रोग्राम को मैं आता नहीं। तो बोला एक काम कर मेरे साथ चल। Exactly these were my words. उसने बोला एक काम कर मेरे साथ चल। You sit for 5-10 minutes. If you don't like, you then go away, no problem. I said okay. It was an auditorium, very big auditorium. And I entered into the auditorium, and the doors were at the back. I entered and I just stood. देखने के लिए कौन है देखते इधर का speaker. And the master of ceremony, the way Gaurav was presenting him, the master of ceremony was there and he was introducing the speaker. And then he said that the speaker, I want to allow him to come on the stage is Mr. Madhukar Talwalkar. Madhukar Talwalkar is the founder of Talwalkar Gymnasium. Have you heard Talwalkar Gymnasium? Talwalkar Gymnasium is the pioneer in fitness industry in India more than 70 years back. And this I am talking about in 2003 or something. So, and he came on the stage. He was wearing white shirt, navy blue pant. His age was around 66. Very glowing skin, all silver hairs, and he stood on the stage. And he had a V-shaped body, like Salman Khan. He stood on the stage and he started speaking. And he started speaking in Marathi. And sometimes I mimic him. So he said, "Puढच्या 10 वर्षांमध्ये आम्ही भारतामध्ये आता आमचा 10 जिम्स आहे, आम्ही 100 जिम्स सुरू करणार आहोत." मतलब right now we have 10 gyms in India. In next 10 years, I will open more than 100 gyms. And people started clapping. And I looked at him and I thought of myself that इनका एज क्या है? और ये बोल क्या रहे हैं? At that time, my age was around 20-21, and I used to feel that my life is finished. Just because of these KTs and breakup and all those things, I used to feel, मेरा life में भी कुछ नहीं हो सकता. This guy is 66, and he's saying that I want to be 100 G's in next 10 years. I felt ashamed of myself. I was stunned. I sat there for the entire event, for his entire speech. It was like मेरे को बहुत जोर की थप्पड़ पड़ी थी उसमें. After the program was over, a lot of people were going to him. They were talking. That time mobile वगैरह selfie वगैरह कुछ नहीं था. Mobile में कैमरा ही नहीं रहता था तभी. So people used to go there to keep taking his autograph and all those things. I was standing on the stage and just watching him. I had never seen such a positive, inspiring person in my whole life. I was just watching him. I was just getting that energy from him. After everybody was gone, I was so shy. I was feeling so ashamed that I could not even go and look at his, eye to eye. I just went there. चुपके से मैंने ऐसे नीचे जाके उनके पाँव छुए. कुछ बात भी नहीं किया उनके साथ. और उधर से मैं निकल गया. मेरा दोस्त मेरे साथ बैठा था तभी उसने बोला कि that is why I wanted you to come. Now this is life. And what happened, I don't know that day. I don't know what happened that day. I felt that so far, whatever happened in my life, I always blamed the situation, the education system, my parents, my girlfriend. I just blamed everybody. I just felt that all other things, all other people are responsible for my failure. I am not responsible for it. I am the victim of the circumstances. I used to feel that before that moment. But at that moment, after I came out, I feel that nobody else is responsible for where I am in my life. The only person who is responsible is myself. If I am failing continuously in maths, it is because of, it's me who is not able to understand. It's me who is not doing hard work. It's if I am not able to solve this engineering the mountain, it is me who is not capable enough. I have to increase my capability. And I was stunned. I could not sleep at that night. And from that day, I don't know, something happened in me. I started taking responsibility of my life. I started taking responsibility. Okay, 16 subjects, 16 subjects, I will clear all these subjects. Now, whatever I am going to tell you, you will not believe this. Now, there is a very strong connection between Thakur College and me. Now, I am going to tell you. I am having goosebumps right now. My very close friend, who was with me in my school, I am Atul Rajori, he is Yogesh Rajaksha. He used to sit beside me. During the 10th exam, वो alphabetical रहता है ना, alphabetical. So वो हम लोग आगे पीछे रहते थे. हम लोग ने एक साल पेपर दिया 10वीं का. I'm still solving my first year engineering. He had already become mechanical engineer, and he was mechanics का faculty in Thakur Engineering College during that time. मतलब वो इंजीनियर होके अभी फैकल्टी बन चुका है. And I am still solving my first year engineering at TKT. I was still in the 4th semester struggling with my subjects. And I used to teach mechanics. I called him. अभी राजा दर्शन उसका सरनेम है, हम लोग उसको राजा बोलते हैं. Now he is very big professor in engineering. You can search him on YouTube also. Even you can search me also on YouTube. There are some videos if you want, you can watch. So I called him Raja. अरे ये कुछ मैकेनिक्स नहीं समझ रहे हैं, तो मैकेनिक्स सिखाएगा मेरे को? बोला कि हाँ, मैं ठाकुर इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज में सिखाता हूँ, लेकिन शाम को मैं क्लासेस लेता हूँ. तो मेरे क्लास में तो एडमिशन ली. I actually went to his class, who is my very close childhood friend. I paid fees to his class to attend his mechanics lecture. His class used to be in Mela Link Road का एरिया, मेरे को नाम नहीं मालूम. अंकल्स किचन ऐसा कुछ तो था उधर. अभी है क्या अंकल्स किचन लिंक रोड? आई यूज्ड टू स्टे इन अंधेरी. देन कभी मैंने बाइक वगैरह लिया है, पॉकेट मनी जमा करके. सो आई यूज्ड टू गो टू बाइक. मेरा बाइक भी RX 135 यामा, मालूम है वो भी मॉडिफाई किया हुआ. आई विल शो यू माय यामा पिक, यू नो, फुल मॉडिफाई. वो मडगार्ड बिडगार्ड ऊपर वो ऐसा है ना, डर बाइक फुल खतरनाक है. बंडा बांध के गाड़ी में. So I show it. Anyways, बाकी फालतू ऐसे ही बोल रहा हूँ मैं आपको. Just giving the context, you know. So that I started attending mechanics lecture to him. Now the question was, the biggest question was maths, because maths was my biggest enemy. Sem 1, Sem 2, Sem 3, Sem 4. Now for Sem 1, Sem 2, there was one professor called as Mr. Bhatt. Bhatt sir करके थे, घाटकोपर में रहते थे. अभी वो उनका सिखाने का स्टाइल अलग था. वो ऐसा मैथ्स में ऐसा स्टोरी भी नहीं बनाते थे. इधर से कुत्ता, इधर से बिल्ली, फिर धुआं होगा, ऐसा तो मैं ऐसा दिमाग में देखता था मेरे को. तो वो सब सीखा तो समझता था मेरे को. सो डिप्लोमा में मैं उनके पास गया तो इसके लिए आई यूज्ड टू रिमेंबर वो ओनली ही इज द पर्सन हु टीचेस मैथ्स. आई अंडरस्टैंड. सो आई वेंट टू हिम. आई सेड सर, मैथ्स 1, मैथ्स 2, सेम 1, सेम 2 अभी क्रिटिकल है. अगर जब सेम 1, सेम 2 जब तक क्लियर नहीं करेगा तब तक थर्ड ईयर नहीं जाएगा. ऐसा आपको मालूम रहेगा ये सब टेक्निकल चीज. तो उन्होंने बोला ठीक है. मैंने बोला सर लेकिन एक ही चीज है, गलती में मत सिखाओ. मैं अकेला आएगा, मेरे को बाजू में बैठ के सिखाओ. बोला ठीक है, आते जाओ, कुछ प्रॉब्लम. अभी थर्ड सेम का मैथ्स भी है, फोर्थ सेम का मैथ्स भी है. थर्ड सेम में लैप्लास था, फोर्थ सेम में मैट्रिसेस था. ये आपको है क्या? कुछ रहता है क्या? बहुत तकलीफ है ये सब चीज में मेरे को. साला क्यों सीखा है मालूम नहीं, अब तक इंजीनियरिंग के बाद किसने उसका कुछ पूछा नहीं समझ क्या मालूम। So anyway, so I went to my college professor. I told him, sir, can you please teach me saintly maths? मैं आपके घर पे आऊँगा सीखने के लिए। बोला अच्छा ठीक है, कितना केटी है? बोला बहुत है सर। फिर भी कितना केटी है? बोला सर मैथ्स 1, मैथ्स 2, मैकेनिकल। बोला बाप रे इतना 16 बाप रे। अभी क्या बोला इंजीनियरिंग वाले ज़्यादा शाने लोग रहते हैं, वो लोग स्ट्रैटेजी से केटी सॉल्व करते हैं। तो स्ट्रैटेजी रहता है कि इतना सब्जेक्ट अभी करो, इतना सब्जेक्ट बाद में करो। तो उन्होंने बोला एक स्ट्रैटेजी बोलता हूँ, तो पहला पूरा फोकस सेम 1 सेम 2 पे दे, तो तेरा साल फुकट नहीं जाएगा, समझा आपको? बोला सर मैंने ठान लिया है, मेरे को कुछ भी करके ये आइटम में सब साफ कराएंगे। बोला ठीक है, तेरा मर्जी, तू अगर फी दे रहा है तो प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। So I took admission for Maths 3. So I used to live from my house around 6 to 7 o'clock in the morning. I used to come around 10, 11 o'clock in the night during those 6 months. Sometimes I used to feel that my brain is of this size because so many formulas I had to learn. Maths 1, Maths 2, Maths 3, Maths 4, Maths, all those. And you know what happened during that time? I also got habituated to start reading books. I started reading voraciously. I read all the books in self-development. Now, so far, more than 1,000 books I must have read. But that habit I started from that particular time. And I was completely focused कि कुछ भी करके ये करना है तो जब भी मैं ऐसा आधा सेंटेंस बोलूंगा ना तभी आप कंप्लीट करो। तो मेरे को लगता है कि आप मेरे साथ जैसे एक्सपर्ट स्पीकर रहते हैं ना, वैसे एक्सपर्ट श्रोता भी रहते हैं, मालूम है आपको? एक्सपर्ट लिसनर्स भी रहते हैं। एक्सपर्ट स्पीकर्स आर एक्सपर्ट इन स्पीकिंग, एक्सपर्ट लिसनर्स आर एक्सपर्ट्स इन कीपिंग स्लीपिंग, बट कीपिंग देयर आईज एंड स्लीपिंग। मतलब अभी मैं किससे बात कर रहा हूँ, वो ऐसा ऐसा करता है, ऐसा करता है, तो हंसता है, जोक भी खाता है, हंसता है, समझ रही है अपने साथ। दूसरा कोई लोग रहता है जोक होने तो कुछ भी होने दो, तो वो शरीर से इधर रहता है, लेकिन वो दिमाग में क्या सोचने वाला है, वो मैं रोज सुनूंगा तो वो क्या बोलेगी। सो मेरे होता है मैं किधर था? So I used to study, पूरा study, and I was also reading books, and I gave all the exams, 16 papers, 16, and अभी 4 अलग-अलग एग्जाम था, सेम 1, सेम 2, सेम 3, सेम 4, तो रिजल्ट भी 4 अलग-अलग बार है। पहले सेम 1 का आया, फिर सेम 2 का आया। और सेम 1 का जो मैकेनिक्स का पेपर उस दिन निकाला, वो टाइम पे निकाला था, उसका मॉडरेटर आईआईटी वाला था, ऐसा किसी ने तो अफवाह फैलाया था। And I had given my best. The result came, and I remember I was just at the college steps at the ground floor, and the exam cell was on third floor or something. And हम लोग का प्रोसेस ऐसा था कि पहला जाके एग्जाम सेल में नंबर बोलने का, फिर वो बोलते हैं पहला पास है कि फेल है, पहला वो बोलते, बाद में वो एक 7-8 दिन के बाद नीचे वो रिजल्ट चिपकाते, फिर उधर ढूंढ के देखने का किस में फेल है कि किस में पास है। तुम्हारा भी ऐसा रहता है कि मेरे को मालूम नहीं, लेकिन हमारा ऐसा रहता है। और बाद में 2-3 महीने बाद एक्चुअल मार्क्स आता है। तो जब भी मैं ग्राउंड फ्लोर पे आया, फर्स्ट सेम का रिजल्ट आया था, तो हम लोग को समझा पूरा कॉलेज में मैकेनिक्स में सिर्फ 3 लोग पास हुए, सिर्फ 3 लोग। और मैं आने के बाद पहला मेरे को ऐसा डायलॉग कि 3 लोग पास हुए। मैं बोला अच्छा ठीक है, जाके देखता हूँ। तो तू क्या जाके देख रहा है? मतलब सबको पूरा भरोसा था, इसका कुछ नहीं हो सकता, सबको पूरा भरोसा था, इसका कुछ नहीं। तू क्या जाके देख, मतलब देखता है यार, देखता है। और कभी अपना ऐसा कि क्या है, बाकी सब लोग का ऐसा हालत है, अपना क्या। लेकिन मेरे को इतना मालूम था, राजा ने सिखाया था, राजा मतलब राजा देश जो है उसने सिखाया, अपने अच्छा दिया, और मेरे को लगा पास कितना होने कितना तो अपने नहीं है। ऊपर गया एग्जाम सेल में, बस दोस्त लोग सब नीचे बाजू में खड़े थे, जाके लेके आ जा। मैं गया उधर, मैं बोला कि ये नंबर है, जब देखो। तो उसने देखा, बोला हाँ पास है। तो बोला जरा वापस से एग्जैक्टली। तो बोला हाँ पास है। कुछ एक्साइटमेंट नहीं, कुछ हैप्पी, मैं शांति से वो बच्चे लोग हमारे दिन को बोल रहे हैं तो क्या बोला था वो क्या हो गया? मतलब पास बोल रहे हो तू कैसे क्या पास हो गया? मतलब मानो कि बोल रहे बोला तू पहला वो रिजल्ट आने दे, चिपका दे ना, वो आने दे उसमें देखते हैं ऐसा, मतलब पब्लिक को भरोसा ही नहीं। And you know what, my dear friends, out of those 16 subjects, I cleared 14 subjects. And the most important thing is, in the single attempt, I have a record in the university. In the single attempt, I cleared all the 4 mathematics in the single attempt. Maths 1, Maths 2, Maths 3, Maths 4. So, one thing I realized, if your enemy, if your challenge is your problem, is a problem because that is bigger than you. That is bigger than you. That is why you feel the problem because you cannot battle with that problem. It is too big to fight. So there are 3 ways to face a problem. There are 3 ways to face a problem. This is you. This is the problem, right? It is a problem because it's bigger than you. So first way to handle the problem, first way, क्या बोलने का? मेरे से कुछ नहीं हो सकता, आप प्रॉब्लम मुझे खत्म, you are finished, you are finished. Second way to deal with the problem, this is you, this is the problem, you start running. Problem मैं भागेगा, मैं फेस नहीं करेगा, मैं भागेगा, है ना? भागते कभी प्रॉब्लम का क्या होता है? It becomes bigger day by day, bigger, and one fine day it again finishes you, knocks you off. I realize that there is a better way to face your problem. This is you, this is problem. If at all you have to demolish the problem, you make yourself bigger than the problem. And once you become bigger than the problem, it is no more a problem for you. Just kill it. But in the process, what happens, you know? To knock the problem off, you have built, you have raised your capability. You have suddenly become a different person altogether, and that is going to remain with you forever. And that is what happened with me. I clarified all those subjects. अब 16 subjects का 14 clear किया, लेकिन उसके बाद I was a transformed human being. My communication was completely different. I was more confident person. I was more focused, and because of the books, I was more resourceful also. और तभी ना अचानक कुछ अलग ही चीज होने को लगा मेरे साथ। आप है क्या सब लोग मेरे साथ? Are you getting bored? No. Thank you. So what happened was during that particular time, public मेरे जिनको भरदौल में केटी था ना, वो लोग मेरे पास आते थे। बोलते कि अरे तू क्या किया बोल ना। मैं बोला पढ़ाई किया। चल बस क्या? किसको कितना दिया बोल ना। मतलब people were not able to trust this fact that actually I have worked on myself. और हमारा नवी मुंबई जो है ऊपर मेरे अंदर आजू बाजू में भी बहुत इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज है, तो कॉलेज बाकी के कॉलेज के बच्चे लोग ढूंढ के आते थे मेरे को थर्ड ईयर कंप्यूटर्स, अरे थर्ड ईयर क्लासरूम में थर्ड कंप्यूटर्स तो अतुल लेवल का ना हो, मैं आधा दबाना क्या तो तू ये तो 16 में से 14 दबा में नहीं, अरे हमको भी सीखना था कैसा किया। And I started guiding students how to solve KTs. स्कॉलर बच्चे लोग नहीं आते थे मेरे पास। और मैंने जो भी कुछ पढ़ाई किया था, whatever I had read during those days from the books, I started telling them, I started guiding them how to study, how to make timetable, because that all those things I had to do. You know, study कैसे effectively करना चाहिए, goal कैसे set करना चाहिए, कैसा target रखना चाहिए, ये सब मैंने उनको बताने को चालू किया, and I started enjoying that. Whenever I used to meet students and students were leaving after half an hour or so, they used to say, "Thank you, it was really helpful." And when they used to say thank you, I started getting meaning from it. This is what I'm actually getting meaning. I'm getting a reason. And that time I came across training as an industry. I started attending training programs, and then I felt that whatever we have been taught from our childhood, only one formula: study hard, get good marks. Study hard, get good marks. अरे लेकिन ये मार्क्स मिलने के आगे का लाइफ है बहुत बड़ा. Nobody is teaching us about it. Everybody is telling us about study hard. Very important, of course, but there are 3 things very important. important. If you can write it down, you can. 3 things. First is knowledge. Second is skill. And third is attitude. So first is knowledge. Second is skills. Third is attitude. Now what is knowledge? Knowledge is information gained through education or experience. Knowledge is you gain the information about anything through either education or experience. And knowledge we are bombarded upon. हम लोग तो knowledge भरदोल में देते, स्कूल में knowledge, कॉलेज में knowledge, प्रोजेक्ट में knowledge, इधर लेक्चर में knowledge भरदोल में. और knowledge के लिए अगर आपको टेस्ट देना है तो क्या करने का है? क्या करने का है? हाँ? एग्जाम में क्या लिखने का? आंसर हम लोग क्या करते हैं? रट्टा. So that is not even a knowledge. So पहले तो knowledge के मानते हैं. I take interviews of freshers, and frankly speaking, they are not employable. Number 1, knowledge. Number 2, skills. Now what is skill? What is skill? Anybody? What is skill? Skill का मतलब क्या है? Skill का मतलब क्या है? Knowledge का मतलब होता है. Skill का मतलब हिंदी में उसको कौशल्य बोलते हैं. कौशल्य. Skill is yes. How to apply the knowledge. Very good. Skill is ability to do something well. Suppose if I have all the knowledge of cricket, मेरे को पता है स्ट्रेट ड्राइव क्या है, स्क्वायर कट क्या है, हुक क्या है, इन स्विंग क्या है, यॉर्कर क्या है, बाउंसर क्या है, सब रट्टा है मेरे पास, सब दिमाग में, सब मालूम है मेरे को. पूरा ग्राउंड का हर एक पोजीशन बता सकता है मैं कि कवर किधर है, गली किधर है, लॉन्ग ऑन किधर है, लॉन्ग ऑफ किधर है, मिड विकेट किधर है, मिड ऑन किधर है, सब मेरे को नॉलेज में पता है मेरे को. Does that mean that I am a great cricketer? No. That is the difference between knowledge and skill. You are getting what I am trying to tell? Now today I must appreciate Gaurav and Sushant, right? They actually came here that they could speak. But tell me, how many of us have got public speaking or communication training properly given to us? And how many of you feel that communication is one of the most important skills? Please raise your hands. So this is the most important skill for us to be something in our lives, and we are not getting any kind of teaching or training. How many of you believe that interpersonal skills, how to interact, how to build relationship is also a very important skill? Please raise your hands. And do we have got any kind of training? No. How many of you feel that teamwork, team building is a very important skill? Please raise your hands. We are not taught it. How many of you feel that leadership is the most important skill? Absolutely. These are the skills. Time management, selling skills. Selling is the most important skill. When we get calls for the interview, what students say? Freshers say, सेल्स वगैरह का रहेगा तो हम लोग इंटरेस्टेड नहीं है पहले से. क्यों? क्योंकि सेल्स को जाने के बाद सामने वाला बोलता है नॉट इंटरेस्टेड, सामने वाला बोलता है बहुत महंगा है, ऐसा वैसा. पीपल डोंट लाइक रिजेक्शंस. बट सेम पीपल, व्हेन स्टीव जॉब्स कम्स onto the stage and sells his products to the masses, they appreciate Steve Jobs. Because of his skill, because of the technical skill and programming, because of his skill. His ability to influence so many people at a time. उसका एक सारा वो लेके आता था ये आईफोन, पब्लिक रात को लाइन लगाता है वो लेने को. So he was not just a good engineer, he was a great entrepreneur. And every entrepreneur needs to have a very, very effective communication. So first part क्या बोला? Knowledge. Second part क्या बोला? Skill. Third part? Attitude. What is attitude? What is attitude? The attitude is the way you think. How you think. स्कूल से अपने को कभी बच्चे तुम ऐसा सोचो, तुमको ऐसा सोचना है, ऐसा किसने सीखा है क्या? किसी ने नहीं. पर अपने हाथ में मोबाइल फोन है, अपने हाथ में यूट्यूब है, अपने हाथ में नेटफ्लिक्स है और उसमें जो भी कुछ गंदगी दिया जाता है वो हमारे विचारों में घुस जाती है. And those mobile phones are shaping our thoughts. It doesn't mean that mobiles are not empowering tools. That is very empowering. Internet is a very empowering tool. But what you take from it? You are watching educational video or you are watching, I should not say. You know what I am saying. And that will shape your thoughts. Now one fine day, I hope I am not taking too much of time, but because I am in a flow right now. Is it adding value to you? Is it making sense to you? Please tell me yes or no. Yes. So as I said, I am going to occupy 2 slots of 2 people, right? So Harsha Bhogle was invited. I am Ahmedabad. Do you know I am Ahmedabad? Yes. आपसे और हम सबसे थोड़े ज़्यादा होशियार लोग उधर रहते हैं. बराबर ना? अपने से ज़्यादा होशियार नहीं ना? What is I am? I am basically पूरा भारत में जितने होशियार लोग हैं उसमें के भी होशियार लोग हैं उसमें के भी होशियार लोग हैं वो उधर जाते हैं. बराबर? हेलो यस और नो? अरे of course. होशियार means I am saying scholars who get good marks. So I am में हर्षा बोले was invited to speak. जैसे मेरे को आज इधर बुलाया है वैसा हर्षा बोले को उधर बुलाया. So हर्षा बोले you know which topic he spoke about? He spoke about attitude. You can search on the YouTube and must watch that speech. So he said that he spoke about Sachin Tendulkar. And I am also a big fan of Sachin because I am born and grown up during Sachin Tendulkar's era, from his first match to the last match in 2013. So he spoke about Sachin Tendulkar. So there is that game in which you give a word and instant word, whatever comes in your mind, you give to another word. You know that kind of game. So he said that if you play that game and if I throw a word, Sachin, what comes the first thing in your mind is talent. So he said that Sachin Tendulkar became Sachin Tendulkar not because of his talent. He became Sachin Tendulkar because of his attitude. And then he gave one example, fantastic example. A few 14-15 years old, Sachin Tendulkar, how was his daily schedule? 55 days, consecutive 55 days, he used to wake up in the morning, go to the Shivaji Park, practice 2 hours, go to the school, at the evening, play a match, again go to the Shivaji Park, practice for 2 hours, come back home around 7:30, you are having dinner, sleep on the dining table. 55 days, consecutive 55 days. Just think about it. 5 बजे 6 बजे शिवाजी पार्क पे ऊपर जाओ, 2 घंटा खेलो, स्कूल जाओ, कॉलेज जो भी कुछ जाओ, बाद में वापस आधा मैदान चर्चगेट पे जाओ, मैच खेलो, उधर से वापस शिवाजी पार्क आओ, 2 घंटा खेलो, 2 घंटा खेलने के बाद वापस घर पे आओ, खाना खा के 55 days. I don't think it is a talent. Is it talent? It's attitude. Now for your generation, Virat Kohli became Virat Kohli. What because of his talent? Talent तो सब लोग के पास है यार. अब जब भी आप लाइफ में आगे बढ़ते हैं ना, आपके बाजू वाला भी टैलेंट है, आपके इधर का भी टैलेंट है, आपके आगे वाला भी टैलेंट है, आपके पीछे वाला भी टैलेंटेड है, सारा सब लोग टैलेंटेड है. So what is going to be your USP? What is different in you? And that is attitude. In 2013, I think 2011 or something, I don't know, Virat Kohli was very young and very aspiring and rising kind of a cricketer. And that time, Dilip Venkateswar saw him in Sri Lanka. He said that this guy has got great talent. Only thing is that he has to discipline himself. If he disciplines himself, he can achieve great heights. Till that, if you have seen Virat Kohli, उसका गाल वगैरह ऐसा बाहर था, उसका health वगैरह उतना, fitness वगैरह उतना नहीं. But after that, he started taking his health and fitness very seriously. For the last few years, he is eating only one dish in his dinner. Do you know? एक ही डिश. उसको पूछते हैं तेरे को तेरा सबसे फेवरेट डिश क्या है? वो पंजाबी है, बोलते छोले भटूरे. बोलते बट कितने साल मैंने छोले भटूरे खाए नहीं. Every single evening he eats mashed potato and fried chicken. That's it. But have you seen how he is transformed during the year about his fitness? And अगर आप उसको Instagram में definitely follow करते रहेंगे, every other day he is posting his videos about working out and everything. So what is Virat Kohli? Talent? It's attitude. How you spend your every day, how you start your every day, what you do every day, what you spend your evening